Hey guys, I'm Dr. Kim Sage. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist. Today's video is about the top 5 things you can do to lovingly help someone with an eating disorder. Number 1 is educate yourself about eating disorders. Take some time to go on websites, maybe order a book, listen to a podcast, because the more you know, the more you'll be able to engage with the person you love in a way that is supportive and respectful and informed. So the other part of this is that if you don't educate yourself, you will often be fooled by the eating disorder talking to you in that person. You might be convinced that if you just set up a certain scenario, this will then force them to want to eat with you, or to stop eating. This will not work. So educate yourself and accept it yourself so that you can become the person that you really want to be in the supportive circle of this person that you love who is struggling. Number 2 really ties into the first one. So learn how to talk to them. If you don't understand the inner workings of an eating disorder, you will not know what to say. You might say things that actually are not helpful. And because the brain is so impacted by actual deprivation in many eating disorders or in the chemistry, people with eating disorders are often, they can seem irrational, they can seem angry, they can seem preoccupied. And so it can be difficult to talk to them. But you want to approach them with tenderness and love, but also being firm, using I statements. I notice you are going to the bathroom after every meal. I am concerned about you. And with support and care and honesty. There's no way to sort of, you're not their therapist. You can't go around it. Being direct, even for us as therapists, is a really important way to engage. So try to find ways to engage with them and be honest, be open, be firm, be caring, but don't just let it go. Stick to your guns, especially if you're concerned about them. The third one is be prepared for negative reactions and responses. Eating disorders take on a powerful voice inside the person's head who has this disorder. And they know oftentimes, they're clear about what's happening, but there is a denial and a need to protect the eating disorder. Because the eating disorder is not about the food. It is about, trauma, self-regulation. It is about parenting styles and way of engaging in the world that they began to own. It's about, a lack of healthy coping skills. So there's often going to be a negative response. That doesn't mean you should walk away from the conversation. Don't let the eating disorder minimize or try to justify what's happening. You have to stay, like I said, present and firm and loving, but don't necessarily expect them the first time to be like, yeah, you're right, I have eating disorder and I'm going to treatment. I mean, that would be great and maybe that will happen, but you should expect it's going to be a journey, not only for them, but for you as the loving family member, partner, friend, or whatever. So this means you don't want to buy the eating disorder's excuses. The eating disorder, as I keep saying, is a powerful voice, and you want to make sure that you have developed the knowledge and skills and abilities to help the person you love. This often involves all of us who surround and love the person with an ED. The next one is to encourage them to seek professional support and treatment. Eating disorders are not something that you can just work on in your house alone. Most people who have a diagnosable eating disorder need help. They need resources, they need support, they often need therapy. And so encouraging them to make that first step, it can be really scary. You can ask, can I help you make the phone call? You can provide resources. You can't take over this for them because it is their journey and it's a huge part of this. But you can encourage them to, if they find a therapist they don't like, find another therapist. This happens a lot. Don't get stuck. I always say it's like chemistry. It's the same thing for any mental health issue. Have someone they can find that gets them. And especially with this disorder, I would say finding those who really do specialize. If this is the primary issue, find those who really do specialize in eating disorder and eating disorder treatment. Obviously, you want to encourage them to get a medical checkup because in many cases there are serious risk of fatality, to be honest, in terms of eating disorders. And so we want to get them in front of a physician. If they see a physician and the physician expresses some concern, some kind of comment, or, they often call it skinny shaming, try to enlist the physician to provide resources for your partner or that person that you love. And number 5 is try to ally with the part of them that wants to get help. Oftentimes, as a result of eating disorders, we see marital issues or anxiety, depression, trauma, and sometimes we can get them into therapy focusing on those issues first. So you want to, sometimes if you can't get them to ally with eating disorder, ally with the part of them that wants to get well, the part of them that is struggling with something else. Sometimes that will help. Or just ally with a part of them that you see as the more, whole, desiring of healing part of themselves. So you can connect with that part. You can often help them see that they do need to get help and treatment. Sometimes it's for, even if it's for their kids, I find that we will do things for our kids we won't do for ourselves. And so let's say it's a parent. If your partner tells you that this is going to affect our children, or I see it affecting our children. And my last video already talks about how we can see feeding problems in infants as early as 6 months who have mothers with eating disorders. So it really can be a profound impact on your kids. And that is also why you have to not give up in helping your partner lovingly seek treatment. So those are the top 5 things I would encourage you to do. If you love somebody with an eating disorder or you have one, please don't hesitate to reach out and get help. I will post down below some more resources. And just know that you're not alone. This is a very common issue and it has all kinds of manifestations, right? There's no one way to have an eating disorder and there's no one way to treat, but there are many researched and proven effective treatments that can truly change your life, heal you and those around you. So if you love someone who has an eating disorder, please share this video. Please find ways to share knowledge and power so we can all get healthy together. All right, guys, thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to get more content or you just want to know when I put out new videos. I have some more videos coming soon, more on attachment, more on narcissism and eating disorders. It's sort of a whole mixed bag coming. And I will hopefully see you soon. Take good care. Bye, guys. Stay safe.